When you go down on a man, how do you want him to smell? What should he taste like? Mm. Should his pubic hairs be coarse enough to exfoliate your face? What is up, sapiosexuals? Thank you for tuning in to Sex in South Beach with your girl, America's sex educator, Dr. Sonjia. So, the sex situation we're getting into today is all about taking care of the testicles. Yes, because if you want your testicles licked, I mean, come on, they must be presentable, right? And to help us tackle this testicle situation, we have Drew Plotkin. He founded Derm Dude to help the men take care of their testicles. I would say so they could get a little bit luckier, but he's going to break it down for us and help us develop a really rich understanding of why men should be grooming their whole southern regions and how that can really improve their sexual experiences. Welcome, Drew. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for that introduction. I'm happy right now. If we didn't do anything else, I will just keep that introduction. I think I'm going to use that when I go out into parties or when I want to get a good table at a restaurant. I'm just going to play your introduction because, it's that good.
So, you founded the company Derm Dude. Tell me why.
As you get closer to 50 and you start to realize I got to take better care of these. Our skin is the largest living organ on our body. A lot of guys would disagree and think that there's another larger organ, but you would agree, right? As a medical expert, the skin is our largest living organ.
Absolutely.
There were not any products out there that I felt were genuinely made for me. It felt like someone just slapped the label on it and said, okay, men's. They're dumb enough to buy it. It says men's on it now. And the other thing was there really wasn't information available, certainly not in a way that it could be delivered or related by anyone I could relate to or would want to speak to. I didn't want to go speak to some, 65-year-old stuffy dude in a white lab coat, looking over saying, well, are you, sexually active, and what do you think about that? Yeah, I mean, and I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying that the stigma was so big, and I wanted to come up with something, not a product per se. I wanted to come up with a brand, a voice, an identity for a brand. And, then we got into ball care and, not no pun intended, but ball care has been huge for us. And,
So, you founded Derm Dude, and now you specialize in ball care. Is that correct?
balls is definitely one of our largest categories.
Is that because men just don't know how to take care of their balls? Did anybody teach you, like, son, when you clean your balls, you should lift them up and you should soak them a certain way or rub them a certain way? Did anyone ever teach you how to take care of your balls when you were growing up?
Not formally, not like a parent, not my father. It would really be trial by fire.
I've never heard of anyone. Actually, it's really uncommon. You're right. Even though things have changed so much over the years and we might be more open to
Right.
discussing sexual health and, hygiene with
Right.
our children, I think it's pretty uncommon for anyone to ever learn from their parents.
My dad was a guy's guy. My dad was in the Navy. He was, then was a career guy. And we would come in from, playing outside, playing football, whatever we were doing. And he'd be like, all right, you stink. Go get in the shower. You come out of the shower. You still stink. Get back in there. But to my son, and I'm probably more proactive now because of the world I'm in, Derm Dude, speaking with doctors and stuff like that. So I am more informational, and I don't want him to have to learn things in the locker room or from friends on the bus. It's almost like, dude, that's because your balls stink. And it's like locker room joke and banter and humor. But the reality is, and this as a doctor, is it's really not for humor in the big picture, because on the medical side, you actually have issues that are very real, like jock itch, chafing, bacterial infections. I mean, there is some real stuff that goes on down there when you have funk on the junk and it just gets out of hand.
There really isn't a lot of education about how to care for your
And women
testicles.
bring that up. We hear it all the time, and they say there have been products for us for forever, for since growing up. It's about time there's products for the guys. It's almost like, where has this been?
Absolutely, absolutely. So tell me, why do you think that men should be paying attention to grooming down there? I know, like beyond aesthetic.
Germs and bacteria. There are women, and you can see these pictures all over the internet. Their faces are destroyed with infections and rashes. And it's because they were kissing a boyfriend or a husband or a partner who doesn't clean it properly.
Oh my goodness, that's right. I actually wrote an article about that once. I'm totally grossed out by all the germs that I found out about.
Right.
So tell me about your ball products. What do they do for the testicles?
So our primary ball care system is primarily three different products. First, it's a ball wash that we call Ballgasmic, and Ballgasmic is charcoal activated, and it comes in different sizes. And you use that in the shower each day. And the reason it's charcoal activated, and you would know this as a doctor, is charcoal activated makes it calming and soothing, but it helps really clean. It gets rid of the bad bacteria, but it's not aggressive. It doesn't strip away the oils and things you want. So, and then it's called Happy Sack Nut Love Cooling Cream. And it comes in a variety of different scents. And it is so cool. I mean, the second you put it on your finger, it cools. And when you put this down on your junk, your testes, your sack, whatever you want to call it, whatever makes you happy, it is instantly cooling. It keeps you dry. It keeps you fresh. And it comes in a variety of different scents that are very light. They're not perfumey. They don't irritate. And so that way, when you have a visitor, it smells very like you're open for business.
So, like, balls get hot, is that a thing? I
Damn
don't
right. Yeah. I mean,
I don't
think
have
of it.
I mean, I've heard, but balls get really hot. For
Oh, beyond. I mean, keep in mind, they're covered up all day. I mean, again, if they're not covered up all day and they're waving out in the open as you walk down the street, you're probably going to end up in jail pretty quick anyway. So, I mean, think of it from the moment you leave the house or leave your bedroom after you shower, most of them have a pair of underwear on to begin with. Then you have jeans or suit pants or whatever you wear over them. You're moving around, it gets sweaty, it gets hot. There's really not much ventilation. It's not like you take them out for a walk during the day. I mean, I bring my dog to the office. We take Rufus out 6, 7 times a day. My balls come out barely. I mean, even if I pee, you don't really take them out. I mean, that'd be very weird at the urinal if someone like whipped out their sack.
So, okay, so we have our Ballgasmic daily wash, right? So that's like I'm a girl, right? So I'm thinking about shampoo. This is sort of like our ball shampoo, our daily ball shampooer, right? And then we
100%.
have our moisturizer, right?
Our Happy Sack Nut Love Cooling Cream, but it does moisturize and hydrate and keep cool and fresh, helps prevent jock itch and chafing and all those wonderful things.
Happy sack. So your sack is happy, nut love, because whoever goes down there is going to love those nuts. And cooling cream, right? Because you want to stay fresh and not overheat during the day.
This one comes in Island Rum, so it's part of our spring break survival sack. So, I mean, who would not want to have nuts smelling like rum when you're on? It's like happy hour for your balls 24/7, right?
Okay, and is that the system? Is that the testicle care system?
We do have a finisher
Of
because you always
course.
want a happy ending, and we call that Amaze Balls, which is our Amaze Balls deodorizing sack spray. And what's great about Amaze Balls is so you use your Ballgasmic in the shower. Then you get out, you dry off, you use your Happy Sack Nut Love cooling cream, and then your cherry on top is you just give a couple of sprays of Amaze Balls if you want Amaze Balls. And boom, I mean, it's also refreshing. It's deodorizing. It has really natural, amazing ingredients that keep you fresh and hydrated that are not irritating. What's really great about Amaze Balls specifically as well is you can reapply this throughout the day. If you're at the office, you're not going to hop in the shower and use your Balgasmic and everything else. If you're maybe going out on a date after work, or maybe you're coming home and your significant other is, you open the door and if you're fortunate, they're standing there in high heels and nothing else, right? There may not be time for a shower. That might kill the mood. You can just give a and man, I mean, you're in business.
Keep it in your pocket. Hold on, baby. I'm going to take off my jacket, give it a little secret squirt, ready to go.
100%.
And one thing that was really important that you said earlier is the flavor and the taste. Can you tell us a little bit? Have you had any reviews on this? Were there
Uh,
taste testing that you did?
it's the single number one question that we get or comment posted online is, it says, what does it taste like? And it says asking for a friend. Uh,
Of course, of course.
tons of them. Or,
Yep,
if my girl goes down on me after I use it, is she going to be okay? Is that okay? Asking for, and here's the reality. And, we work with a lot of doctors. We have a dermatologist who's part of the Derm Dude brand. All of our products are very fast absorbing into your skin. So think of it in the sense that if you sprayed something on your neck and someone gave you a kiss afterwards, and frankly, this is a lot less concentrated, has a lot lower fragrance than something that you would put on your neck. We formulate to take into account the sensitivity of the ball area because your balls are sensitive, which is why you want something specifically formulated for the sensitive ball area. People say, why don't I just take my regular cologne and put it on your balls? That would be a terrible idea. You should use products on the body part that are formulated for that body part
absolutely,
specifically.
absolutely. And also, guys, nobody wants to go down and taste your cologne on your penis. I
Now,
mean,
if you wanted to taste Ralph Lauren Polo when you're down there, you would pull up a picture of Ralph Lauren and have your own experience with some wine and cheese in your room if that's what you're into. It's not accidental that the names of our products do make people laugh and smile, and that is deliberate. One, because I think people like to laugh, guys like to laugh, I like to laugh. Why not have fun through life? And number two, I do not want to shame people. I do not want to scream, "Hey, look over there, buy this, stop and listen to me." I believe, and we've found that just by making something real, have a touch of humor, it breaks the ice, it destigmatizes. People stop and say, "That's a funny name for a product. What does it do?" And then we can talk about it.
absolutely.
So,
I'm with it. I think that the names are great because the whole point of my career is to destigmatize sex. So, what I like about your product is it adds an element of interest, it adds a little nuance, it adds something
yeah,
different. And one of my favorite sayings is nobody loves you like you do.
right,
And I think that the most attractive people are those that really take good care of themselves and love
right,
themselves, and their behaviors show it. So I think if a woman was going into a man's shower and like saw Balgasmic or your products, it'd be like, ah, this guy likes himself. This guy
yeah.
takes care of themselves. They were going to bring something good to the relationship.
We always say something similar. I love what you said is, show your balls some love or nobody else will.
Absolutely, absolutely. Any closing marks? Tell me something. Tell me what's the future for Derm Dude?
The one thing I can say to people, we don't just develop these products and market them. We're not a marketing company. We're a company that is developing these for me, for my friends, for the millions of guys that are like me. And we have a lot of SKUs now. We have 35 different products, and my girlfriend will say to me, oh, you didn't use this one today, or you didn't. And I'll say, honey, we have 35 SKUs. I mean, they're easy, they're fast. I can't get out the door. And she was over recently, and I share this story honestly. And it was the one day that I did not use my Happy Sack Nut Love cooling cream in the morning. I was in a rush, nor did I use my Amaze balls. And it was the end of the day, and she came over, and we were having some time upstairs, and one thing led to the other. And all of a sudden, she looks up and she goes, you did not use your ball products today. And I'm like, oh, babe, it's fine. I was busy. And she literally stops and she taps me on the head and she goes, and points to the bathroom. She goes, in there now, mister. Put them on. And, I'm not embarrassed by that. I mean, that's the reality is I'm a guy. I sweat. Every human being needs good grooming products. But she wasn't just in there, mister. Use it now.
Well, these are some non-amaze balls, let me tell you.
Hey, but I mean, I'm not putting myself on the pedestal. I mean, this is a real thing with guys. We all sweat. We will all stink if we don't use proper hygiene and good grooming, and we're here to help with that.
I'm going to give you a suggestion for future product development. I don't know if you have them, but what about ball wipes? Like some ball wipes. That would be cool, right? I mean,
They're coming.
good. It's some ball wipes. Will you send me a sample?
I
For a friend,
absolutely
for a
will.
friend. Okay.
Of course, 100%,
For a
100%.
friend.
Yes, no, absolutely. But any other ideas, send me as well because look, some of our best products do come from people writing. We're trying to fill a need. It's not what I want and
Absolutely.
think that American what dudes should use. It's really. I mean, I tend to think of what me and my friends look for. But when we came out with like our travel size, I had so many buddies of mine who were already using our Balgasmic wash, and they couldn't travel with it and take it on an airplane, and they want to check a bag, and they would plead with it. And I'm like, yeah, well, finally I did, and we have it in a TSA travel size now, our ball wash, and we say that your balls are now free to travel the country, and your balls will be fresh wherever you land or whoever you land next to. So that literally came from so many people writing in saying, we love your Balgasmic sack wash. I don't want to check a bag, but when I go on vacation, when I'm traveling, I want my ball products with me, and we came out with the travel size. So yeah, we listen to people, and that's the only person I report to is our customers. That's it. Otherwise, I get to have the final say, but I report to the dudes.
So where do people buy your products, Derm Dude?
Dermdude.com. That is our primary place of business is dermdude.com. And everything's on there. All of our products. We have blogs, we have social media links. And I think the thing that you'll find that people like is we're not ramming stuff down your throat. No pun intended with the topic we're talking about, but it's informative. It's fun.
FYI, we don't like things rammed down our throat. Go ahead, continue.
Yes, thank you for the note and the tip noted. But it's not, you see some brands and they put stuff up and every social media post is buy, 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 buy. I mean, we showcase our products for sure in our marketing messages, but it's not buy, buy, buy. If someone wants it, they're gonna buy it. It's there, it's whatever. But we want to like laugh and talk about stuff and still inform during the process and try to answer some questions and try to get people talking. It's a community. So
It's basically a service, like a ball education martyr. That's what you are. I mean, Mother Teresa has nothing on you. Okay, nothing on Derm Dude.
if you want to call me Father Sackman, whatever
Father
you
Sack.
want.
I think
Um,
Father Sack. I think that's enough. I think Father
yeah.
Sack. We can do that.
If you
All
call me
right.
Daddy Sack, it takes on a whole different thing, and that's probably bad. Again, we want to,
It's a whole
you know,
other conversation
yeah.
about yeah, why do we say daddy in the bedroom? But that's a whole nother podcast. Um, you know what time it is. This is time when I give you guys your climax. Some major points that we need to remember about our testicle care with Derm Dude. One,
Wash them on daily with a product that is specifically formulated for your testicles, specifically
absolutely. And your product is called
Balgasmic.
Ballgasmic shampoo for your balls. For those of us who it's really not shampoo, it's specific ball wash. But okay, one, wash your balls daily. Two,
Dry them 100% when you get out. You would be stunned how many guys don't do this. If you run out the door and your balls are damp and then you're putting on your underwear and your pants, you are inviting bacteria and swamp sack. Dry your balls.
absolutely. It's just a cesspool down there.
That's right.
Three,
Use your Happy Sack Nut Love cooling cream every single time when you get out of the shower. 100%. Dry your balls and use your Happy Sack Nut Love cooling cream.
of course, as Drew just demonstrated with his personal story, if you don't use your Happy Sack cooling cream, you may
It's a
not.
one-way ticket to watching reruns of Friends by yourself on a Friday night.
There you go. And four,
Always amaze balls. If you want amaze balls, use amaze balls.
and five. Let's go.
Use your everything trimmer. Nobody is saying that you have to go smooth and shaved. It's whatever you like, whatever your significant other or visitor or flavor of the day, whatever you want. You can style it. You can, go with dreads. You can part it down the middle, whatever you want. But for the love of God, actually be deliberate and intentional and groom that thing.
Style your balls. Definitely. I 100% agree. We do not want some wild, unkept jungle down there that's trapping all kinds of odor. Mm-mm-mm.
Absolutely not.
I had so much fun talking to you today about the best way to take care of your testicles. For your daily dose of Nookie knowledge, check me out on all your social media platforms. That's Dr. Sonjia, DrSonjia, on TikTok, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Come on, baby. What you waiting for? You know you want to link up. I had so much fun with Drew, Derm Dude, today. Be sure you check out dermdude.com and take care of your testicles. Thank you so much for tuning into Sex in South Beach, where everyone comes for happier, healthier sex.
My Uber driver lost his mind the other day, but he blamed me. He said I smelled so good he became too excited to drive. This man actually pulled over to get himself together. And he refused to drive until I told him the name of my fragrance. Then he bought 3 bottles before driving again. I know Sense body oil makes men crazy, but that Uber ride should be free. What's your Sense story?
Sensebodyoil.com. SENSE bodyoil.com.